Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Shred and Soul.
I'm Shred, aka Kevin Wood.
And I'm Soul, aka Wind Hughes. We're really excited for our show today, but before we get going, I wanted to just reflect upon last week's show where we did the crystal bowls and the guitar, shredding over that. And we've had great response and a lot of emails coming through and messages. And certain people have been responding saying that they actually utilized this to relax and to sort of go on a journey of consciousness. So I just want to remind you, if you haven't seen it, or even if you've viewed it before and didn't quite do it this way, that this is a great opportunity to sit down and just listen to the gongs and the guitar and give yourself maybe 10, 15 minutes to let yourself trance out and experience this music carrying you on an amazing journey.
That's what we want you to do, is listen to it and trance out.
Yeah, have a good time.
Yeah, but moving on. Today, April 1st.
An exciting day.
It's an exciting day because we have guests from Brooklyn. We're staying at our house.
Yes.
And we are going to hand over the show to them.
Yeah, they didn't want to do it. They're reluctant because they've never done anything like this before. But we're going to step out and let them sit here. And our instructions to them were to tell us about their experience here in California, because this is the first time they've been to Northern California, right? And we've been just cracking up listening to their comments about what they see.
They're funny. So with no further ado, we'll give you Pastina and Rigatoni.
Are we on?
Is this thing turned on?
It's on. We're on. We're going.
Is it working?
We're going.
Do we know? Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Good afternoon. I would like to also say that, my friend Shred over there, he's putting us up. He's fed us well so far. Been an excellent host.
Well, no one knows who you are. I'll tell them. I'm Pastina Valetti, and this is my husband, Rigatoni Valetti. And we're here.
What do you mean? Shred didn't already tell them who's coming in?
I don't know. They said to... Well,
we already have
they said to tell them who we are.
Okay. I'm Rigatoni.
I said that already.
Oh, okay. And
Should we start again?
Oh,
no. They said, okay, we'll go. All right. So, as he said, we're here visiting Winds and Kevin.
And Shred.
Shred and Soul.
Shred and Soul.
Yeah. Kind of funny names, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. What kind of name is Shred?
Well, he plays guitar.
It's kind of, guitar? Is that, who's shredding on the guitar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
How could you not know that? He's your friend all these years.
I don't know him as Shred.
I know. You know him as Kevin. So we're here, and we're staying for a few days. We've never been in Northern California before. We've been down near L.A., and L.A.'s really different than here, let me tell you.
It can be a lot nicer.
L.A.'s nicer?
I would have to say so, yeah.
Well, Hollywood?
Some of the hotels we were at, there were a lot more hopping than what's going on around here.
Last year, there's nothing happening here.
There's nothing going on.
Everything closes at 9 o'clock. Can you imagine? 9 o'clock, everything shuts down. You can't even go out for a drink at 9 o'clock.
I tell the cab driver, hey, take me to the hot spots. And he says, what hot spots? There's no hot spots here.
Well, I don't even know if he knows what a hot spot is. Are there any hot spots here? It's kind of lukewarm.
To say the least.
Yeah.
To say the least.
But Winds and Kevin have done a good job at bringing us around and seeing all the sights. We saw the ocean at, what's it called? Bodega Bay, Bodega something.
Bodega.
Yeah, Bodega Bay, where they filmed the birds. Remember that movie?
And we saw the Goat Rock.
Goat Rock.
We saw
Goat Rock. Yeah, we saw that. And the ocean's beautiful, but my God, it's friggin' cold.
It's freezing.
When you're in the Atlantic Ocean, those of you guys out there that know, you can go swimming there. It's warm. Even in the winter, it's warm. But here,
Yeah, you can't go in.
No, it's cold.
You got to put on a wetsuit.
They got wetsuits on.
And they got
It's
sharks
awful.
out there, giant sharks.
They have all those great whites out there.
Great
sharks.
Yeah, I don't know.
You afraid?
Hey, I think I'd be stupid not to be afraid of a great white shark.
I know, you're not afraid of much.
No, I'm not.
I know.
Not even you, Pastina.
Why would you be afraid of me?
I don't know. You got a little bit of a bite.
What kind of thing is that to say on
I'm
TV?
just joking. I'm just being a joker.
Okay, you better be joking.
No, I love you.
I know. Yeah, you're doing my lipstick.
Yeah, so.
I got my lipstick on for today. And I got my straw in my cup so I don't mess my lipstick. I know, Wynn thought I was crazy, and I just have to point out that Shred and Soul over there, we can see him over there, they got us coffee cups. Can you imagine? Because we made fun. Here they all say coffee.
They say coffee on them, just
They
like
say
you
coffee,
would say it.
like we would say. Isn't that so sweet?
Coffee.
We're going to take them home with us. Really, really cool. But yeah, here everyone says coffee. 5, 10, 20 different kinds of coffee here.
You got, every kind of roast you could think of.
I just want a cup of coffee. When you say, you want what kind of coffee do I? Just a cup of coffee.
And
That's
I don't
all
want to spend $8 on it either.
Well, you got to spend $8. And the drip. Oh my God. They have what they call drip coffee here. What other kind of coffee is there? Drip coffee. You put the pot, the percolate. Remember the percolators?
It drips.
It drips. We're paying $10 for a cup of drip coffee like it's something special.
I don't know. It's not that special. And, I don't know.
It's expensive coffee.
It's expensive coffee.
Yeah. What do you think of the coffee?
The coffee is okay, but I'm not a real coffee guy.
You're a coffee guy.
I gotta drink it, but I don't taste it. It's too early in the morning. When you're tasting the coffee, it's waking you up. And then you can move on to other things.
What?
Like maybe a bagel or a pastry.
Or bialy or something.
Or something nice.
Then why are you making me? I make the coffee every night so it's fresh in the morning. You don't even care?
I gotta wake up.
Well, you're saying
I don't know. It's early in the morning.
Anyway.
I do appreciate the coffee.
Thank you. I make sure every night before we go to bed the coffee's in the machine, the ones where you press the code and you set the time and then it makes the coffee in the morning. Every night for you.
Can we move on?
Okay, where do you want to go? I don't know what to talk about. They said they want us to talk about California. What you think?
Oh, hey, okay. The farm to table. What is this farm to table?
I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know if I can trust it if it's coming from a farm.
It's all coming from a farm.
Did they clean it?
Oh, you mean straight from the farm?
Yeah. Does it have a pig shit on it or some kind of awful pesticide?
Isn't everything farm to table? I mean, what food doesn't come from the farm or the slaughterhouse or something?
I don't know. I trust my groceries coming from the store.
Farm to table. He made a fit last night. The waitress was saying, yes, and here we are at the farm to table. And you embarrassed me, actually. You probably embarrassed them, too.
Well, I think they can understand. Where I'm coming from, I want to hear about the farm. I
don't understand the farm to table thing. The other thing.
Oh, yeah, the guy with the man bun.
Oh, my God.
What? A man
You
bun.
embarrassed me then, too. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I go in and I see the man bun and they flick it.
Maybe want to tell people what a man... Well, maybe here they know, but there are people watching from somewhere else what a man bun is.
A man bun. I don't know.
Well,
what have you seen here that you didn't like?
Well, wait. The man bun. I kind of liked the man bun. I thought it was sexy. It made me think I'm like a Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Well, he got his hair up here like a Tarzan. What do you think? Why don't you like it?
It looks a little bit, I don't know, kind of feminine.
Feminine? I don't know.
It's a kind of feminine?
No, it's Tarzan. Makes you think like he's a jungle guy.
Tarzan, his mom and dad were apes.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if you'd have the capability to use a man bun.
Anyway, in the restaurant, the guy had a man bun. I thought he was cute. He was starting to make comments. We had to shut him up. Kevin was really good about it. He was just saying, yeah, people here.
I think
guys make man buns.
You were overtly thinking that he was cute, though, and that was kind of embarrassing to me.
Why? Was I obvious?
You were more than obvious.
What do you mean?
Christina, you practically invite them into your bed.
But Tony, you know I love you. Nobody else. There's
No,
nobody else.
I'm just joking. I'm not insecure. You know, we just got to have something to argue about.
Well, every now and then we do, but not too much.
No.
But
No.
you create problems.
No, we love each other.
Like, well, speaking of food, the guy with the man bun, that restaurant. All right, you tell me. They have these things called tiny plates.
Oh,
Yeah, for $50, $20 for like 2 little tater tots. We got the tater tots. 2 little tater tots in the plate. Who can eat that?
what is that? And the guy says, "Hey, it's a tapas," and I'm going, "What is a tapas? I want dinner. I don't want the tapas. Could you like put maybe a few more on there, and we can call it good?"
2 tiny tater. You know tater tots? 2 tater tots.
tots.
With a sauce on it, though. Let me tell you, the sauce was to die for. But 2. We had 1 each. 1 each.
And what was it? $23.95.
It was a lot of money. It was a lot of money for that. What are the tiny plates? What else did we eat here? Talking about. Oh. And then they had this little, like a focaccia thing. And I said, there were a few things that I got excited about. They had a focaccia thing. They called it like a pizza focaccia. And then they had ravioli. I was really surprised. So I say to the guy, so what kind of cheese is on this focaccia? Is it mozzarella? And the guy says to me, excuse me?
He didn't know what she was saying.
I said, mozzarella, like the cheese on the pizza, mozzarella. And he said, oh, I'm not sure we have that. And I said, mozzarella. You mean mozzarella? Oh my God, mozzarella is how he said it. And then he said, oh yes, we have mozzarella. Can you imagine? Mozzarella.
I almost got up and walked out right then.
It's mozzarella. And then, same thing with the ravioli. I said, so the ravioli, what do we have in there? Ricotta cheese and something else. And he says, excuse me? Again, like what country am I in? I'm in California, not a freaking other country. And so I said, ricotta in there. And he said, excuse me? And I said again, ricotta, ricotta cheese. And then he went, oh, ricotta cheese. Yes, we have ricotta cheese. Jesus.
I was just about to pop him in the mouth.
I wish you would have.
Yeah, maybe we can go back tonight.
And show him a little something. Maybe bring him I don't know. Mozzarella on the pizza? Oh my God. It had, well, you thought it was good because you like spice. It had chilies. Who puts chilies on a pizza? Who?
I guess, we're in California now. They do that. There's something they do that, that's all right. But
chilies on a pizza?
Yeah, better than pineapple.
I don't know. The man is just chilies on. And then he showed you no respect when you asked him about it.
Nobody shows nobody respect out here in California.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. Maybe they feel entitled. Maybe they think they're better than everybody else. Maybe they just think their shit don't stink.
I don't know what they think, but there's no respect. Nobody calls you ma'am.
Nobody opens the door. Nobody waits.
Tell them about that.
They cut in line.
Tell them about that.
Talk to you on the street. I don't know.
You stood there. I have to say, the Tony stood there. The guy, I'm walking in the restaurant, and the guy's there at the door. And I walk in, and he doesn't even open the door for me. And the Tony, my guy, he steps in.
I did step in, and I stepped on his toes.
I kind of like that.
I was about to, send him out onto the sidewalk, but we were hungry.
Well, I'm glad we ate, but no respect. We're so rude. No one has met. Where are the gentlemen here? Where's chivalry? There's no chivalry here.
No.
You showed them.
I did, and maybe it can be an example to everybody else here in California when they see how a real man can handle a situation.
But
not to embarrass anybody.
The people here might not be very respectful, but they're polite. They're quiet.
They're quiet. They start crying when you honk the horn at them in the car.
Crying? They did more than that.
They come and argue with you on the corner.
They flipped your. Can you say that?
Flip.
Yeah, they gave you the bird.
They give Pistina the bird every time she gets behind the wheel of a car.
Well, I think I honk a lot here. And then, who Who knew? What a crosswalk rules are here. If someone's in the crosswalk, the whole lanes of traffic behind you have to stop. What? No lights, no nothing. You walk out, and it's like, what the heck? What do you mean I got to stop for all these people? One goes, and then the next one goes, and then the next. You never can get going.
No, it's
You were yelling at the people.
Yeah, I said, okay, it's enough. Okay, it's enough. Stop what you're doing. Let us go by. You should have seen the fingers coming out when I was doing that.
Well, they were yelling and everything. But then you got to say,
never saw so many angry man buns in my life.
there were a few, huh? Flipping you off with their man buns, the hippy thing. They sure got rude really fast.
Yeah, they sure did. They couldn't handle it.
But I do say, on the other end, remember when we were walking across the street and nobody was stopping? I mean, I got really quick about the rule says you stop the car when someone goes in the crosswalk. And of course, when you're in the car, it looks one way. But when you're in the crosswalk, it's another. We're walking out, nobody's stopping.
But
what the heck?
You would normally not walk so much because, normally you would take a cab.
No cabs here. You see one cab?
No cab. And they say, oh, well, you can do an Uber. What the hell is an Uber?
They don't Uber.
It's on your phone. And I'm going, yeah, I'm going to get a ride from my phone.
Well, we're walking across the street, right? No cabs, so we're walking everywhere. But felt kind of good to get out because the weather here, oh my God, the weather is to die for. But back to, we're walking across the street and the cars aren't stopping. And then he's getting upset. He starts to yell.
I was about ready to get on somebody's hood and start bashing in the windshield.
You just about did.
Luckily.
But I like when you're like that, it's kind of sexy.
You gotta do what
I like it.
Spice things up.
I just like when you're like, not a man bun here. This guy's a man. If somebody starts coming down, he's ready to bang on the windshield.
I'm ready to show him.
But that's you. They could tell me that's you. Kind of like that.
Yeah, this is how I am.
I know. And then, oh my God, before we even got up here, we're down at the the San Francisco Airport, SFO, and we're getting out, and we're just about freaked. There are cars with no drivers.
Driverless cabs.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how disgusting those things might be?
It's scary.
After a little while, after a few trips.
It's scary.
You got people back there doing whatever because there's no driver.
Well, we're losing it. It's like, where's the friggin' driver? I'm not getting in this cab. There's no friggin' driver.
There's no driver. I'm not getting.
I never saw that.
I've never seen it before in my life.
I'm sure they have some in Manhattan, but
like
we don't go into the city too much. We're in Brooklyn most of the time.
Yeah, we take a cab.
Have anyone out there seen this? I don't know, Rigatoni. I don't know.
It's a different world.
I mean, why would they have taxis or cars with no drivers? Wait, how can they guarantee this thing's going to stop? I mean, San Francisco airport's a busy airport. Not quite like Kennedy or LaGuardia, but it's busy.
And like I said, I'd like to see, okay, you got a robot driving the car. Who's going to clean the car after every trip? The robot going to come out from the glove box and start wiping things down?
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. That was a chief reason why I wasn't going to get in the thing.
Well, you afraid to be dirty?
Yeah, we'll be dirty. Are you kidding me?
I never even thought of that.
See, I got to think of a lot of things.
What if they left their drink in the back of the car?
What if they left something worse than that?
Like what?
Like, I don't know. Use your imagination.
You're bringing things up I didn't think about.
See, that's why we're a good team. I think about things.
You do.
She realizes that I do.
You do. You think about a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know. That's why I love you so much. Sometimes you think about too much stuff, but
I can never stop my mind from thinking because I'm thinking all the time. When I think about it.
When you think about it, you're thinking, "Oh, that's funny. That was funny." All right. So one of the other things made me think of it because I'm thinking of the man bun and
yoga pants.
The yoga pants.
What is with the yoga pants?
And they're not going to yoga.
No.
They're in the grocery store. They're out on the street. They're in the airport.
Yoga pants.
Yoga pants. Even the men.
Well,
Had
yeah.
a lot of sweatpants and stuff. I mean, we got sweatpants in Brooklyn, but not when you're going through the airport. You dress up.
Yeah, when you're traveling, you want everybody to see how well off you're doing and how good, you put your best foot forward.
Well, yeah, you put your best foot
And we
forward.
get a little respect.
A little respect for the people working there and the other passengers.
People, they treat you better, you know, and you give you grease some palms on the way.
Yeah. Nobody dresses here. I mean, where were we? Oh, when we went to the place with the little tiny short place, the tapasy things.
Tapas.
The tater totters coming, right? You're spending 20-something, whatever, for 2 friggin' tater totters. And the person's going in the restaurant right near you in yoga pants.
Yoga pants.
We were all dressed up.
We were in our best nines, looking as good as we possibly could, to impress, Shred and Soul.
Just out of respect for Shred and Soul, to wear nice clothes.
We're sitting next to people in yoga pants.
I don't understand. No one gets
yoga
dressed up.
outfit at a fine dining establishment.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it's a different world out here.
Yeah. They went, and then everyone here talks so slow. He and I are talking, and we're talking to Wind and Kevin, and we're talking talking, and say, "Hello, my name is Oscar, and I will be your waiter today. I'm wondering, would you like anything to drink? Would you like some water, some
and now I'm about to fall
or
asleep.
still?" Well, they asked sparkling or still.
Sparkling
he's sleeping over there. I have to do the ordering because he's sleeping.
After that introduction.
Yeah, the one still. Sparkling or still. What the heck is still? Sparkling I got. What do they call in Italy?
Gas.
Gas water,
Yes.
right?
You want the gas? Not the gas.
But they don't say you want the gas or the still.
They say it in Italian, so you don't really know what they're saying.
What do you want, the gas?
Yeah, what do you want, a gas?
But yeah, they just say sparkling or still. And I'm looking at him like, still? What is still? I know it's sparkling.
Still waters. That's why you fall asleep when you listen to these people.
Still waters run deep, right? I know. So we got the sparkling because I wasn't sure what the still was, nor did I want to take the chance at what it might be. You never know what you're ordering here. Like heroes. I wanted an eggplant parmigiana hero. And I walk in and they just said, well, we have subs.
Subs? What's a sub? You're talking like a sandwich is not as good as everything else. It's subpar sandwich.
Oh, you're so funny. Yeah, they are heroes. They don't know heroes from nothing.
No, a hero around here. I don't know. It's probably got a man bun on.
A hero here, I think, is the firefighters. No, they're real heroes.
Hero is he's got a man bun and he's wearing yoga pants and he's a firefighter.
I bet you. You wonder.
Yeah,
you think?
Probably so. We're in California.
I think they probably wear uniforms, but maybe a man bun's allowed.
He's at the fire station or
wears a man
outside.
Bun. But imagine a man bun in a uniform. I think I'd like that. Yeah. I like the man bun. It's the Tarzan thing.
See where her mind goes?
Well, why not?
Yeah,
I know where your mind goes when you see all those ladies out there with the yoga pants that you make fun of. Meanwhile, I watch your eyes.
Well, that's a different representation of a yoga pant.
What?
Yeah. Do you think so?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It just shows you got that you got something going on when you're rocking your yoga pants.
So you like the yoga pants?
You got the
right?
yoga pants on now.
I got stretchy pants because I was in the studio and I was getting nervous. To tell you the truth, I've never been on TV before.
It's a lot of pressure.
Getting nervous.
A lot of pressure.
Like, do I have lipstick on my teeth?
No, you look okay.
Okay, see, I was nervous. I got this so I don't smear my lipstick on the straw. But I was a little nervous. But what were we saying? Oh, the yoga pants. Mm-hmm. I knew I'd be sitting for a while, so I figured take my skirt. I had a skirt on, a long skirt, a tight, long fitted skirt, and I put my yoga pants on so I could be comfortable. I didn't know how long we'd be sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
What other things did we notice here? Everything's vegan.
Vegan. Now, what is a vegan?
And grass-fed
It sounds a little
meat.
bit rude. I don't know. A vegan?
They don't. Yeah, you know what a vegan is.
I'm just joking. It's vegan. If I hear another person tell me they're vegan, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna lose it. I'm probably gonna grab him by the neck and strangle him.
The vegans here, they're all over the place. You go into the restaurants and they say
Vegan
grass-fed
option.
beef. What else do the cows eat?
I know. What does a cow eat?
Don't they all eat
up there
grass?
and he eats grass.
Grass-fed, like it's a big. I don't get it. I don't understand. So it's the grass-fed, and then it's the farm to table.
Farm to table.
Aren't
grass.
all the vegetables from the farm?
I guess so.
All right, so grass-fed meat, farm to table, and then the vegan, which I can respect, and then the gluten-free.
Gluten-free.
The Italian restaurant, gluten-free. All of Italian food's gluten. Where you're supposed to eat.
I don't know if you can call it Italian food if it don't got no gluten in it.
What did you think about that Italian food? Oh, she's telling me to put my. All right, is this good? Okay. What do you think about the Italian food we've had?
I don't know. I've had better. I did like the chilies on that one pizza pie that we got, but that's just pizza.
I know you did, but it shouldn't be on the pizza. When I was a kid, pizza was cheese. Maybe some pepperoni, maybe some salami. But I remember the first time I saw pineapple on a pizza. Like, what? What?
That is a bastardization of a pizza.
Yeah. But I actually had some. I got to admit, it was really good.
And don't get me started on the Canadian bacon.
You don't like it?
No.
Well, I don't think it should be on a pizza. But they put Canadian bacon and pineapple.
I know. That's the combination of kids like it. Yeah. I don't know what they come up with. What would they come up with next?
I think it's that, I think there's something like appropriation. They've taken the pizza in its culturally pure form, and now you can get it in Ohio and everywhere, and they've kind of made it their own. So call it something else.
Yeah.
They call it, I don't know, call it a dough pie or something. But if it's pizza, you're not putting, oh God, place we were at the other night.
You could call it the pizza from the 50th and the 51st state.
Don't even go there, okay? They told us no politics. Don't go there. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
You know what's going to happen.
Hey, Shred, maybe we cut that part out.
Yeah, we don't. That's probably, we didn't say nothing.
Don't want to get in.
But the pizza, a culturally appropriated, isn't that what they say? Pizza. Now they took it and they're putting pineapple, like in Hawaii, pineapple on the pizza, Canadian bacon. What else was there? Remember that place had walnuts.
Walnuts.
It was actually good, but walnuts on the pizza. Call it a pizza dinner.
My grandmother used to put a walnut in the cannoli.
Well, you can put nuts in the cannoli, like pistachios usually, but that's not so bad.
No.
Your grandmother, that's not so bad. Some put walnuts in. Just like sometimes people will make pesto and put walnuts in if they can't afford the pinoli. They'll put walnuts in, and that's kind of good too, but it's not the same. Good. Yeah, a lot of this cultural appropriation of Italian stuff. What the heck? What else was there? There was the everyone calls soda here pop. Pop.
Pop.
What did you call it growing up?
I call it soda.
Yeah.
Like everybody else.
Not everybody else. There's pop everywhere.
Out here.
Yeah.
But I didn't grow up out here.
No, it's soda. You want soda.
Soda.
Not pop.
Want to go get a soda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want a pop and a pineapple pizza with ricotta and mozzarella? Oh, jeez.
Or you want a soda?
I want a soda. Egg creams. No one knows what an egg cream is. Well, I mean, I understand that because even at home, not everyone does egg creams anymore.
Some people don't like them.
They're so good. How can you not like an egg cream?
I didn't say I didn't like them.
You grew up with that.
Some people don't.
Remember we were telling that girl about about the candy stores, and she said, yeah, there's C's at the mall. C's. No, not a C's at the mall, like a candy store where you can go and get your newspaper, and your candy and the cigarettes and all that stuff. I don't smoke, but that's what they have there.
And it's not like a C. It's like a SEE, like you're seeing it, C's.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's really different. What is that? But the things we like.
Stuff, though.
We like. Let's talk about some of the things we like now, because we don't mean to bash it here. It's just so different. The trees, oh my God, the trees are so big.
They're gigantic. And I think that, when you look at the rings on the inside, you can tell that the trees have been here since Jesus Christ even.
Well, I don't know, that 2,000, how many thousands of years old?
I don't know.
Old. Well, those Bristol pines we saw down in Southern California, we were there before, like we told you, we'd been to LA. And those were thousands of years old, and some of them existed in the days of Jesus. But up here, no, because they did a lot of lumber logging.
Well, he did cut down most of them.
Oh, Jesus?
No, the trees are not as old as Jesus, not all of them, because they did cut down a lot of them.
But these trees are so big, you look up, it hurts your neck.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
The skyscraper trees.
That's what he was calling them. Isn't that so funny? Skyscraper trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really big. What else is the ocean's beautiful? It's blue.
Can't go in it though. Too damn cold.
It's too damn cold. And the cliffs. There's not a lot of beach. Not a lot of like sandy beaches. I hear that there's a place near Carmel that they have a sandy beach.
Now Carmel, yeah, that's a classy spot too.
Yeah. They say it's really nice there.
Bring your wallet when you go to Carmel.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
We should go. We have about a week after this. We're gonna go.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll head to Carmel.
Yeah, and then the nice things like the house, Kevin and Wynn's, Shred and Soul's house. It's all woodsy.
Yeah,
that's really nice. We don't have anything like that in Brooklyn.
No, it's like camping. It's like camping out here. Except for you're in a house, but the house is also kind of like camping.
Well, that's what you said. He went outside and went, smells like camping here.
Yeah. Reminded me of when we was camping, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I had time.
It smells like that all the time here.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. It's a camping spot.
Yeah. And people might be quiet and talk funny, but they're friendly. You can smile here.
Friendly enough.
What do you mean?
Well, you can push a button pretty quick.
What do you mean?
Step out of line a little bit and you'll find out.
You mean like crossing the street?
Crossing the street, talking too loud, talking too fast, laying on the horns, stuff that you normally would do.
Yeah, but you talk loud.
Yeah.
I guess I do too. They tell me
we
I
all
do
talk
too.
loud back home.
It's just normal back home.
No.
Yeah. What else is nice here? It's the weather. I mean, it's so warm. This is winter, and I actually had sandals on.
She's got sandals on in the winter.
Yeah, that's really, really nice.
I know. And I'm not wearing a pocket. I'm wearing just a shirt.
Yeah. I like that when you have just your shirt on. It's really nice.
Are you coming on to me?
I come on to you all the time, Riccadoni.
I know, but not in front of the people.
Excuse me. You didn't see nothing. We didn't do that. They'll cut that out anyway. Yeah. What else is nice here?
It's too profane.
They have, I must say that grass-fed, what they call beef.
Beef, yeah.
Yeah, it actually was really tender.
I did have some Kobe beef one time that I thought was the best beef that I ever had. And I didn't ask him whether the Kobe beef was fed grass.
No, that's that one that they massage it.
Oh.
That's why it's so much money. They got to pay for all the masseuses.
They massage the cow.
They massage the meat. I'd like to be a Kobe beef. It'd be so tender.
Mm-hmm.
They massage the beef, and that's what makes it soft.
I don't know if that's quite fair. I guess you got a happy cow. It's just got a massage, and you off him, and you cut them up, and you got the Kobe beef. Not a bad way for a cow to die when you think about it.
Yeah. What else? It's good he came here to do some business. Are we supposed to say that? He's here to do some business.
Yeah.
And that was good.
That.
This and that.
This and that.
Well, you can talk about your business, right?
No. No,
I guess you shouldn't talk about the business. I never know what he's doing. He says we're going on a vacation like this one, and then we get here and he's go, oh, I gotta stop here. I gotta do some business. I gotta talk to some guys. Like, what business? It's like, don't worry about it. I just gotta handle some business.
All I can say is enough said.
I don't know. All right, enough. We're done with the business. So now we can have some fun. Maybe go down to Carmel. What are the beautiful things here? The ferns. Oh my God. The ferns are so big and beautiful. You like them.
We got the fern,
The ferns.
vegetation outside. I don't know. I want to see some city though. Like a big city. Maybe we go.
Why do you want the big city? We live in the city.
I want to see the different city.
You got to expand your mind.
I think my mind is expanded pretty much.
They were going to take us to more of the ocean and some of the other woods. They said there's a place here where the tree is 15 feet wide.
Now that tree would be from the time of Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Probably so.
Maybe. We'll find out.
If it's that big.
We have to walk there. It's a long walk, they said, but flat.
Yeah.
It's a hike, but flat.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what else to say. I feel like maybe we said some negative stuff.
No, we said some real stuff.
You have some good food.
Don't self-doubt yourself.
No. You got good food. You have Mexican food. I learned what an enchilada is. Or enchilada. I learned what an enchilada is and the difference between a taco and an enchilada. And green and red sauce. So one more. I said the red sauce, please. I thought it was going to be like a marinara. And it wasn't. It was a Mexican sauce. It was really spicy. But green and red sauce on these enchiladas were really good. The Mexican food here is really good.
I'd have to say they do know how to make Mexican food. But, when you look at the map, we're pretty close to Mexico.
I guess we are. It was Mexico not too long ago.
I guess so.
All right, they're giving us the thing. They're going like this. I guess that means wind it up.
That means that we're
wind it down.
That means that we're done.
Anything you want to say?
No, I don't want to say no more. But thank you. Shred over there, he's laughing. He's laughing his ass off.
He is.
Mm.
I'm not sure why they're laughing. I thought we were talking about what they said to talk about.
Hey, who told the joke?
Who?
No, I'm just telling Shred.
Oh, you told jokes, didn't you?
By being here, by being me.
No, just being here talking, having fun.
I don't know if I don't. I'm getting disrespected.
They're not used to people. You guys don't have people coming on. Well, I don't know if you have people coming on, but just talking. Anyway, I'm done talking. I think we were good. Okay, they're doing the wind it down.
Let's wind it down.
Okay, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, we done?
Okay.
We're done. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Well, that was certainly a different perspective.
Indeed.
Of things. I had no idea they were going to say what they said, and we really enjoyed listening to them. We were sitting across the studio, just laughing, trying not to interrupt them as they spoke.
Hopefully they'll be back. And let's go out for Italian tonight.
Well, we're going to be hard-pressed to find one that'll live up to their standards. As you can tell, they really like their food, and they're very, very picky. We're going to have to look really, really hard.
But be sure to like and subscribe and post some comments.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again next time.
Yeah, and certainly if you have comments for our guests, we'd love to hear your feedback, and we can pass the messages along to them.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd love to come back.
Yeah, I want them to come back because I laughed so hard. Okay, well, till next time.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.